Today, we'll be taking a look at the drive motor on this Whirlpool electric dryer. Be sure to visit ApplianceVideo.com, where you will find thousands of repair videos on the latest technology. And for a limited time, you can save big on an annual membership and take advantage of all of our premium benefits. ApplianceVideo.com. Do it right the first time. Stop. Before beginning any repair, always be sure to disconnect the power to the appliance. It is also recommended to test the outlet for the proper voltage. You will need the following tools to complete this repair. To begin, must first lift the top panel. Now, in order to do so, there's a couple things we'll have to do. We'll have to remove your lint screen. Now, inside the top here, we have 2 Phillips screws that have to be taken out. Be careful not to drop them into the dryer duct. When you're removing them, I like to hold on to them to keep them stable. Set these to the side. Then, what I want you to do is put your knee on the front, pull in on the dryer top to remove it from the clips on the front. Lift it up and rest it right against the wall here. Now that the top's lifted up, the next thing we'll want to do is remove the front panel here. And in order to do so, first we will remove the wire harness for the door switch. There's a locking tab you'll lift up, separate, and then you have 2 5/16 screws on the inside that'll have to be taken out. The first one, let's do the second one here. Then, once you have these taken off, you will pull forward on the front panel, lift up, each side has a set of teeth that has to clear, so lift up on the front, separate the teeth from the front, and set it to the side. Now that we have the front removed, the next thing we'll have to do is remove the drum. But of course, the drum has the belt wrapped around it. So what we'll have to do is reach underneath, remove the belt from the motor by pressing up on the idler, let the idler drop down. We will lift up on the belt to use it to hold the drum, slide it out, and set it to the side. Now that we have the drum removed, we have clear access to our drive motor down here. Now, the main reason why you'd have to replace your drive motor is if the unit will not start, it just hums, or it may overheat and stop mid-cycle and not start back up until it cools down. Now, to replace your drive motor, there are 2 kind of locking clips on here. The first one you want to do is the one on the back. Use a tack puller or something to go underneath the bottom ledge, push down. You'll have to kind of pop it off here. I would recommend using a glove when doing that so you do not damage your hand. Then, the next step, we have to remove the blower wheel from the actual motor. So, in order to do so, we'll have to put a wrench on the back blower wheel. Then, you're going to have to hook a wrench onto the very front of the dryer. And what you're going to do is hold the blower wheel, turn the other wrench clockwise to remove it. Keep holding onto the blower wheel and just start to remove your motor here. We will have to remove the very last clip. Take that off and remove the wiring. Now, in order to do this, you'll want to use something to kind of pry up and start to pull off. Then start to slide your motor up and out. Disconnect it from the blower wheel and set it to the side. When installing your new motor, you'll want to put the shaft in on the blower wheel as you are putting the motor in. Get it into place and then start to turn it counterclockwise to draw the blower wheel in. Now, I'm gonna reconnect the wiring first, and then start to put our clip back on the front. So put the right side in first, press on the larger tab to bring it down and lock it in place. Let's go ahead and use our wrenches again. Grab onto that blower wheel and grab onto your motor. And then I want you to turn it counterclockwise to tighten it. We will get our last motor clamp, and the back side will be flat. The front side will have the locking pins. Go on the right hook first. Just start to get it hooked on. It should drop forward. Press down on the side, lock it into place. Now we can reinstall the drum. When reinstalling your drum, what you'll want to do is have the felt side going toward the back wall. Of course, use your belt in order to hold on to the drum and just slide it in and rest it against the back wall. Now, once you have it against the back wall, you want to give it some turns while pushing in on the drum to draw it in over the wheels in the back. And make sure your felt is going in on all portions. Then you will slide your belt back to about the midway point. Let's pop underneath. Hold your idler in place, slide the belt underneath the idler wheel and pull back for tension. Then drag it over the motor pulley. Let it go here. Give it a turn or two. Now we can reinstall the front. When reinstalling your front panel, there's one thing you have to note. On the bottom, the hooks that were a little difficult to remove the front from, these will have to go inside the squares on the bottom of the front panel. So when you are installing it, you're going to put it against the front and push with your foot. So let's get it in here. Push on one side with my foot, and then you slide down in order to lock it in place. So let's do the same to the other side. There we go. Slide down, lock it in place. Now lift up on the drum so you can slide the front under. And let's reinstall the screws. So do the first one over here. Push this back a little and get the second one here. Plug back in our wiring harness and then give the drum a good turn to make sure it sets on the front felt good. Now we can reinstall the top. When reinstalling your top, you just want to bring it straight down. It should line up with the clips on the front. Press down on both sides. Now clip it in place. Let's go ahead and reinstall the screws here. Now you'll want to kind of pull a little bit on the duct here and start to get the first one in by hand. Just be very careful not to drop it into the duct. But once we get it there, tighten it up. Make sure to hold on to the next one while you are installing it. Slide back in our lint screen, and this will complete your repair. Thank you for watching another quality video from ApplianceVideo.com. If you found this video helpful, make sure you click the like and subscribe to our channel.